Seattle Sounders win the CONCACAF Champions League. We're going to talk about that here in this video. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. Let's get into it. 3-0 Seattle Sounders beat Pumas UNAM. Can you guys believe it? Let us know in the chat below. Let us know in the comments below. Stephen Fry had a heck of a game. Stood on his head. Maybe the Seattle player of the game, if not for Raul Ruidiaz coming through in the clutch with two huge goals, including the winning goal in the 45th minute. Right there, right just before extra time happened, right there in the first half. What was an incredible game. We got to see it all live here on Spinning Fire. We had an amazing stream, amazing people in the chat, amazing support. Greatly appreciate you guys hanging out here on Spinning Fire. You guys have been awesome and so fun. It's been so fun doing that. Tolo, and I had to leave the game a little early. So did João Paulo, who surmounted, would later surmount the stage on crutches, but we'll get into that a little bit later. Alex Roldan starting at right back for Seattle Sounders. Gomez and Arriaga as center backs. Tolo as left back. Paulo and Rusnak as the center mids. Christian Rodan, Nicholas Odero, also a goal scorer of the moment. Jordan Morris had a heck of a game. And Raul Ruidiaz making up the winning side for Seattle. Guys, unbelievable scenes at Lumen Field here on Wednesday night. Loved it. Was so excited to see it. What a deserving champion. Let us know in the comments below if you guys agree that Seattle is a deserving champion. A lot of pundits weighing in, like Paul Tenorio, Tom Bogert, saying that what a deserving champion, one of the best class teams of MLS for since its inception, and not to mention the support that they get from Seattle, the support that they get from the people and at Lumen Field. It's incredible, and it was incredible to see tonight, and it absolutely played a role in the win. Not saying that it played a huge role, but it played a role without a doubt, putting Pumas back on their heels. And Stephen Fry stood on his head. In my opinion, probably the player of the game. I love goalkeepers, and when a goalkeeper does what Stephen Fry does, he did what a few goalkeepers could do. The superhuman saves. Sticking his hand out. Diving to the right. Huge stop down below him to keep in the game, to keep the score scoreless, to keep Pumas shots off of net. I know it says stats 2 shots on target, but there's at least 2 shots that could have gone in. One is a deflection, so I guess they're not counting that as a shot on target. But you better believe that Stephen Fry had to. If he wasn't there, that's a goal. And if he wasn't there for the other one, that's also a goal. It would have been 2-1 Pumas at that moment. But it wasn't. Stephen Fry stood on his head. Incredible goalkeeper. Let us know what you guys think of Stephen Fry. We love to read your guys' comments. I'm just saying. I know I ask a whole bunch of questions, but I love to read your guys' comments. I try to figure out what's going on in MLS from you guys, as well as, what I read from all the great MLS writers out there. But Alex Roldan had a great game. Gomez, Arriaga, Tolo. I thought the whole back line for Seattle played incredible, despite the constant fouls and attention that they were getting paid by Pumas UNAM's players. The referee was not fair in some of his calls. I felt not enough cards were given to Pumas UNAM at all. I'm seeing 2 cards at least to Pumas. There should have been 5 or 6, maybe 8, because of how many Seattle players were finding the ground regularly, like it was whack-a-mole or something ridiculous like that. Let us know in the comments below if you have something funnier. João Paulo just got fouled and wrecked on a play and had to leave the game, would eventually come back on crutches when to help lift the trophy. It was incredible scenes. Tolo also had to leave the game. Jordan Morris left, Raul Ruidiaz pulled off, and so did Nicholas Odero, but they were pulled off at the end of the game after the game was already secured in the bag. Meanwhile, Pumas UNAM put out a very good lineup. Dinemo, a very good player. Meritao, Alvarez showing up. Valverde, Freire, Ortiz. But, they were also showing up in the foul department. I'm surprised that it's not reflected in more yellow cards. The referee was not calling a fair match, in my opinion, in that regard. However, let us know in the comments below if you guys disagree. Curious to hear. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Always curious to hear what you guys have to say. Meanwhile, Rusnak had a great game. Jordan Morris, Christian Roldan were creating space. Jordan Morris was having an incredible game on that way, causing problems for the Pumas defense all game long. It was a sight to behold. Meanwhile, if you flip it over, Carroza was doing decent damage over on that left side against Alex Roldan when he would sneak up too far in attack. Oliveira was a little quiet. I liked what I saw out of Alvarez. Maritao was all over. Lopez was okay, but he was fouling. He was very heavy-handed, and I'm surprised he didn't get a red card. Galindo could have very easily gotten a red card too. There was another foul that should have gone to Maritao. He should have gotten just sent off. I couldn't believe the fouls that were being allowed there on that match yesterday. And despite all those fouls, Seattle Sounders still pulled it off. It was an incredible win. It was an amazing. If we take a look, Freddie Montero makes it out there. Will Bruin, Kellen Rowe, Jackson Reagan, and Abed Vargas. This team is deep, guys. I have a couple questions for you guys. For the future, what future lies in store for these Seattle Sounders? Do you think the quadruple is going to be possible? I'm not so sure. I mean, that's a big ask for the quad to pull off something as huge as, well, let's go take a quick look. It's at Seattle. You go to their webpage, and they have a checklist that they already checked off. And I'm not too keen on it because it's like, hey, you didn't finish it though. You still got stuff this year that you got to do. It says U.S. Open Cup, check. Supporter Shield, check. MLS Cup, check. CONCACAF Champions League, check. Now you did do that in 2022, but if you're going for the quadruple, you got another thing coming. You got to work hard. You got to get ready. You got to get prepared because MLS is coming after you. You guys are the chosen ones of MLS, and I'm so excited to see it. I'm so excited for this team and to see what they can do in the future, because you better believe that by winning this game, the CCL 2022, it put them into a higher standing. It moves them into the FIFA Club World Cup. Guys, they're going to be playing against some of the best teams in the world, the teams that win their leagues. We're going to see finally, after year 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 of no MLS team in there, we're going to have an MLS team there and see what they can do against the world's best teams and the world's best clubs. Very excited to see what's in store for that. We'll check that out as it goes along. Of course, we're going to be doing a lot more soccer focus. We're going to do a lot more sports focus here on Spinning Fire. I appreciate you guys hanging out and kicking that like button and subscribing. Greatly appreciate it. You guys are the best in the business. What a live stream we had during this game. It was so lively. We had Seattle fans going crazy, dropping the super chat saying, "Go Sounders!" Yeah. And then we had Pumas fans popping in, and they were cheering for their. We had the Pumas chat. We had the Pumas emojis. We had the Sounders emoji. It was a lot of fun. And meanwhile, we're watching Seattle faithful, the Seattle raucous Seattle crowd cheer on their MLS team to victory. It was an amazing thing to behold, guys. Let us know if you guys really enjoyed that. I know it's a different team. I'm a Chicago Fire fan. It was a little tough when seeing Seattle win it, but you know what? I was able to root for them and also have fun with it. Even if UNAM Pumas won, it would have been great effort, great. What a great team they would have had to be able to pull that off. They did not have it though. They were not able to pull it. They did not get it. So lo and behold, Seattle Sounders become champions of MLS. So I have a couple questions for you guys. What is in store for Seattle? Do you guys think they have it in them to pull off a U.S. Open Cup? I'm not so sure. Do you think they have what's in them to pull off a Supporter Shield and an MLS Cup? Supporter Shield meaning that they get the best record in MLS. I think they could do 2 out of 3 of these things. Which 2 out of 3 things? I think they could do the Supporter Shield, get the best MLS record, and get the U.S. Open Cup. I'm not so sure they pull off MLS Cup if they get the Supporter Shield. However, if they don't get the Supporter Shield, pencil them in or Chicago Fire to win MLS Cup. There's going to be some good teams. I mean, maybe I'm being a bit of a homer when I mention Chicago Fire, but you can let me know in the comments below if you guys disagree. But I'm excited about my Chicago Fire. I still think that they have some brand new people coming in, huge signings. Chris Mueller is arriving, as well as Jairo Torres from FC Atlas over in Liga MX, literally arriving in the next few days at Chicago. It's changing their entire wing system, so watch out for them, guys. And also, if you're a bettor, watch out for Chicago Fire to shine in the next few weeks. I greatly think that's going to happen. But do you think Seattle Sounders are going to continue to shine for the rest of the season? I do. I think they're good enough. I think they have the quality. I think they have the depth in order to make this happen, because that's really what it comes down to. Do you have the depth to be able to carry it all the way through an MLS season, 34 games plus the US Open Cup plus the Champions League for these games in addition? So you better believe there's going to be some tired legs over in Seattle, but those tired legs will have been rewarded with trophies. And I think that makes you want to run through walls even harder. Well, it makes me want to run through walls even harder. Every time you guys join or a new member subscribes, it makes me want to run through the walls of YouTube for you guys and create the best content out here. You guys are part of that, and greatly appreciate you guys supporting my channel and making that stuff happen. You guys are the best. Can Seattle do it? Let us know in the comments. I'm excited to see an MLS champion finally here at the top of North American football. Guys, can you believe it? Pumas, great opponent. Much honor to them. They put up a great fight. They scored 2 goals at home, but they did not have it tonight. What they did have, a couple cheap shots. I thought they had a couple cheap shots, but beyond those couple cheap shots, they played an okay game. But you know who played a great game? The Seattle Sounders. The Seattle Sounders played an incredible game, guys, and I think that there's more in store for Seattle Sounders. So, guys, greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I'll catch you guys later. We do a lot of live streams here, so hit that bell icon too. It's probably our best stuff. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later, guys. Bye. Thanks.